Woke up today.
Hello, and welcome to the Bridge of Humanity podcast. Today's episode is truly special and could also be called the Bridge of Divisions. Why? It is because over the next few episodes, we'll be shining a spotlight on the incredible divisions that make up the International Humanity Foundation, IHF. We're going to celebrate, appreciate, and applaud the hard work of these teams led by extraordinary individuals. In this episode, we're focusing on the Human Resource Division, which is a vital part of IHF. The HR division ensures that our organization operates seamlessly by recruiting, training, and supporting the volunteers who help drive our mission forward. I'm your host, Darius, and joining me today is my amazing co-host, Enekeme, who is also the executive director of the media division and the podcast team lead. Thank you for all you do, Enekeme. It's so great to have you co-hosting with me.
Thank you very much, Darius. Thank you very much. And thank you all for joining. And we really hope to have a good time together chatting and knowing fully what human resource is all about and how you guys were able to achieve this milestone this year.
Yes, Enekeme, we are also joined by Abraham, who is another key figure in the podcast team. Thank you, Abraham, for your dedication and for being here with us today.
Thank you so much, Darius, and thanks everyone for being here. Thank you, Darius, for having me here. I know it's going to be a very interactive session. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Abraham. And finally, a warm welcome to our new co-host, Sharif, who is also a new member of the podcast team. I know it is your first episode with us, and we are so thrilled to have you on board. Hi, Sharif.
Hi everyone, thank you Darius for introducing me and thank you all you guys for joining me.
Now, let's get to the heart of the episode.
Woke up today. The sun is shining.
We are joined by some incredible team leads from the Human Resource Division, each of whom plays a critical role in ensuring that IHF thrives. We're going to start with Ikemesit, who leads multiple teams. She leads the first response team, she leads the chat monitor team, and she also leads the highlighters team. Thank you so much, Ikemesit, for wearing so many hats and for your exceptional contribution. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Darius. I'm happy to be here. Yes, I lead the first response team. I lead the interview management team. I lead the highlights team and I lead the chat monitors team. I'm super excited to be here and thank you for having this in mind.
Thank you, Ikemesit. We also have Gloria, who leads the interview practice team. Thank you, Gloria, for joining us today.
Thank you, Darius, for having me on your podcast again. Looking forward to having fun.
Yeah, we're going to have fun. Thank you for joining, Gloria, again. We also have Mary Blessing. Mary Blessing leads two teams, which is the day after team and allocation first responder. Mary Blessing, your contributions are truly a blessing. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Darius. It's a pleasure being here. I lead the day after team and the women classifications. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Mary Blessing. We have Utibe. Utibe leads the reference team and the quality control team. Thank you, Utibe, for your attention to detail and for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Darius. It's going to be a great time on doing this with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Utibe. We have Majesty, who is the lead of Good Team Global Online Outreach Task. Thank you, Majesty, for your efforts and for being here today with us.
Thank you, Darius. I really appreciate the lead of the God team. And I hope this meeting is going to be very fun and exciting. Thank you.
Thank you, Majesty. We have Abigail. Abigail leads UniUT, University Online Outreach Task. Thank you, Abigail, for your invaluable contributions to the team.
Okay, hello Darius. Hello everyone. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Abigail. We have Chima Major, who is the lead of the assessor team. Thank you, Chima, for keeping everything in order. It's so good to have you join us.
Thank you very much, Darius, and the podcast team for hosting this amazing section. Can't wait to see what we have to discuss.
Thank you, Chima. We can't wait as well. And finally, we have Emil. Emil oversees the password team. Thank you, Emil, for leading with purpose and for joining us today.
Hi, everyone. So I'm the co-lead for the password team. The lead is Kylie. Unfortunately, Kylie is not able to join us. He's got a much better voice and a much better heart. But unfortunately, you're stuck with me. But we're going to have fun, and thank you for having us here.
Thank you, Emil. Thank you for all you do. And to all the incredible team leads joining us, maybe later, thank you for your hard work and your dedication to IHF's mission. We're so excited to have you on this special episode of the Bridge of Humanity podcast. Let's get started. I'm going to hand over to Enekeme to ask the first question.
Woke up today, the sun is shining.
Okay, thank you very much, Darius, and thank you very much for joining, or you all for joining. So I will be starting with the goods management team, Majesty, the lead. So Majesty, like we said, we in the podcast, we had to study the human resource stage by stage. We read it and it's okay. So I know sometimes we might not have it like correct. So I just want to say what the good team does. So they do manage the good posters, and as well as monitoring the posting tags, so to ensure that the good team, the good posters and the GODs do their good posting accurately and ensure that they have website for posting. But I hope I haven't mixed things up. If I have, you can as well tell me. But I have a question for you though, Majesty. So, Majesty, can you tell us where it all begins? Like, let's start from February, where you started leading the goods management team. How was the journey? I know you have grown so much in that team to the extent that you can manage it from start to finish. How was the journey? How was that starting?
Okay, thank you, Anekeme. Okay, the God team was actually very strange when I came newly. It was a very strange team, and I did not want to actually lead that team because when I came to the team was very scattered. There was nothing in that team actually. Because when I came, I think we had only 3 or 5 working websites at that time. And I didn't really understand anything in the team because Sophie only trained me on how to do my God posting actually. That was the only thing I was trained at by Sophie. Yeah, by Sophie. So when Carol started telling me that we have to find 30 something new websites and all these other tasks, I was dumbfounded. Yes, I was lost. So I don't want to bore you guys with this story, okay? It was just hard. It was very hard. But with the help of Anekeme, Darius, and Mirabel, the Go team is now very stable. We try as much as possible every month to make sure that we reduce the amount of reports we get from the God team, and we make sure that the God posters are comfortable posting their ads. Although we normally used to get issues from the training, but now I think the issues are reducing and the training qualities are better. So far the God posting team is strong, and we actually try to improve every week and every month so that God posters can have fun and are comfortable in posting their God ads. And thank you, Anekeme.
Yeah, Majesty, from what you said, I know sometimes the start and the joining might be difficult, but I think the end product always says the entire race. It doesn't matter how you start, it's only matters how you are ending. And for you to have grown this much from this start to this finish and getting to look at the end of the year review of Good Team is something to write home about. That you actually managed the Good Team, and you know how important and vital this team is to the human resource. Without Good, there won't be any application passing through to any of the human resource teams. So it's a very difficult and complex team to say. But in terms of, I just have to ask you one final question. But in terms of when you said that the quality of the training has improved, when you look at 2025, which will be entering the next 3 37 days. Hope I'm correct. 30, 35 or 37 days. Let's say 36 days. What will you say will be the future of the good team 2025? Like, speak into the future of this team 2025.
Okay, the future right now, the projects I am working on is to bring in more websites. To bring in more websites, because the current websites we have right now, they are kind of old. You get, these are investments for the past, and we want to bring in as much. We want to bring in new websites as much as possible, so that we can avoid all these unexpected errors. Like, a website can just be shut down because of over posting, and then wrong credentials, and there are just a lot of things that are outside our control. So for next year, we are trying to get in as much website as possible, so that these issues can reduce as much as possible. So yeah, that is the future of the good team Manekime. The good team Manekime.
Thank you very much, Majesty. Thank you for the response and your sincere responses. And looking at the future, I hope you achieve this. We'll be getting back to you, but let me turn the attention to Sherry.
Thank you very much, Enekemi. I would like to throw this question to Abigail. We know you are known for your fast thinking and ability to keep things moving quickly. How do you manage to maintain that pace without sacrificing quality? And what has been the most rewarding part of leading Uniot this year?
Okay, thank you, Sherry, for the question. So, yeah, I like 2 months in IHF, and when I leading the Uniot team, it's only not 1 month, and what should I do? I don't know. From the first time, and Major as the lead before helped me. Now he the co-lead, and what I do is we just searching for the something that is I think can be prepared, people don't contact university because they don't know how to do it, or how to post a job in website university. So what we do is we make instruction video that so the member can see it, and they know what to do. And I think the information and the motivation in team is the key to a team to do their job good. Do I answer your question?
Yeah, I think you did answer it perfectly. However, this is the last question. As someone who brings so much energy and positivity to the team, how do you keep everyone motivated, engaged, and especially during challenging times?
Okay, thank you. So I think people motivate if they know that they can contribute to the team, or they have the responsibility in the team. So what I do is sometimes I provide them information so they know what they do, and after they do great job, I wow, you're doing such a great job, and yes, they really do a great job. So I think that's help to motivate them. And we also share our achievement in our chat room, right? I already post a job, I already post contact this university. I think when we they share their what they done in the group chat, it's make them more motivated, because they know they can contribute to the team, and they doing a great job like that.
Okay, thank you very much, Abigail. Please, is your documentation, are they documented? I mean, what you give to your team, are they documented? I mean, do you have a review already, like a document already, where maybe new people comes in, then you have to revise it for them or review it for them, so that they follow the procedure, how you train or how you lead your team?
Okay, so yeah, as I said earlier, sometimes if there are some difficulties in this task, in the weekly meeting, we will like discuss it, like what difficulties in this week and what do they have for us to overcome it, and sometimes the very good conclusion of what we can do to get the difficulties done is from the member itself. So like, yeah, when the member give me some advice, I just like do what they want me to do, and yeah, we just work together in it like that.
Okay, thank you very much, Abigail.
Okay, so I'll be taking the next question, and the question will be for Ikemesit and Gloria, but I'll start with Ikemesit. Ikemesit, I know that you are the lead of first response, interview management, chat monitor, and highlighter. It's a lot of team, but I'll start with interview management. I mean, you've done a pretty impressive work handling the team, and you're handling lots of people at the same time. So I know that that can be a bit of a hassle. So the question is, looking back to when you started becoming the lead of the team, what's that thing that you are very proud of? I know that is somewhat similar to the question we asked last time, but I know what I'm asking. What's that thing that when you look back, you're like, okay, I did this. What is that particular thing? Do you understand the question?
Yes, I understand the question, and I am very excited to answer this. Okay. Now, I think there are more than one thing that I am proud of. The first is that my interviewers have improved very well, and I will give all thanks to our CEO, Grandma Carol, because at first when she started the 16 weeks interview training, it felt like most of us did not see the need for it. We felt like we've already been trained and we know the basics to interviewing. But during this training, a lot of us have realized that we know nothing. We just knew few things. So looking back from where we started and now, I would say that I can proudly say that my interviewers are doing very well. Like they can interview. I can recommend those approved to interview at any place, and I know that they will deliver. So that is like the first thing. And then my team members, when we all started, we had this poor communication. At some point, we're not even assigning tasks, and it was just me and Mary Blessing who do everything. We'll feel overwhelmed because we did not know how to communicate, as our members were not responsive. So we had to figure out a way to communicate better so that people would work and we would not do everything, because like Otuekon said in one of our meetings, he said, you shouldn't be proud as a team lead to say, I did everything. My team members did not join me. It's a thing of joy to know that your team members too are working. So looking back at where we started and where we are currently, I would say that my team members are like giving me all the support I need currently. They are right now, we schedule tasks and I'm not overwhelmed with the interview and management tasks, because I know that if I tell them, please help me do this, they would always do it without me having to look back. So I think those are two things I'm proud of. One is that my interviewers are very good. And the second is that my team members, we improved in communication skills and teamwork. Thank you.
Thank you, Ikemesit. I'm one of your interviewers and I'm so proud hearing you say that. So thank you for the compliment. The second question. The second question for interview management is, we're almost done with 2024, and it's been ups and downs. So next year, what are the plans? Is there any plan in place to improve communication with GLD to make interview scheduling more seamless?
Yes, we've already started making plans. Like today, we have tagged those that need to send in their practices because we need more interviewers. Because if we do not have we have interviewers, but we need more approved interviewers. Now, what it takes to be approved is having to undergo grandma's 16 weeks course. Then it's not just going through the training. We need to be sure that, yes, you're good to go. And how will we be sure that you're good to go? The only way we can know that, okay, this person is good enough is by sending in your practices. And when you send in your practice, we are going to rate you and give you areas to improve on. So right now we have, I think, 17 approved interviewers out of over 35 interviewers. That's like half of the number of team members we have. So by before 2025, say let's say by next week or this week ending, we are going to have more people sending in. A lot of people are already sending in their practices, so it's just for grandma to approve them. And I know that with the practices I've listened to, they are good to go. So you're just waiting for grandma's confirmation. I know that before 2025, we are going to have close to 35 approved or 40 approved interviewers. And that will really help us because we have a lot of applications coming in from the first response team. And that is like a current problem for us right now. We need interviewers. So by 2025, we will have more interviewers to work with us. That's it.
Yeah, that's a really nice goal, and I really want that to happen for you, the team, and IHF. I know you lead so many teams, but I just want to ask the last one, but for Chat Monitor, because some people, unlike first response interview, that's quite explanatory, self-explanatory, but for Chat Monitor, people would be wondering, what's that really about? So can you tell us a bit about that? What actually happens in that team? What do you do? What's the day-to-day tasks like for as a lead of the Chat Monitor team?
Okay, for the Chat Monitors, when you hear of Chat Monitors in IHF, they are basically people looking out for the chat room, just as they say, Chat Monitor, more like monitoring spirits. So we check the chat rooms and ensure that we have the right information in your chat room descriptions. We also ensure that the chat room is not messy. So as a chat we are three, myself, Gloria, and Amil. As a chat monitor, we ensure that the name of the lead and the right information that just need to be in the chat room, like the instructional videos, the team's emails and password, they are there. And then we also remove inactive members. That's when we get information from the highlights team. We are the ones that add new members to the team. So if your team has a new member, it's the Chat Monitor that will add the new member to the team and introduce the new member to the team. So that's basically what we do as Chat Monitors.
Well, thank you so much, Ikemesit. I would love to go over the rest of your teams, but we want to keep the time, but probably would come back to you. I would want to come back because there are more questions for you. But for now, thank you so much, Ikemesit. We really appreciate you, okay?
Thank you.
So I'm going to go over to Gloria. Hi, Gloria. How are you?
Hi, Darius. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. I know that you are the interview practice team lead, and since you've come around, you've been a bigger boost to us. You've helped us speed up I remember that the last interview practice I got, it was your voice note Ikemesit sent to me that helped me with my last interview practice. So you've been of great help to us who are interviewers, and for that we are really, really grateful. But for your team, I have two questions for you. The first one is, how do you ensure that your team stays fair and consistent when reviewing interview practice from GLD interviewers?
Hey, thank you so much, Darius, for that question. And I am really glad to hear that I have been of assistance so far. So, in regards to your question, about how, um, sorry, what exactly have you asked? Please pardon.
It's okay. So let's say, for instance, now when I send you my interview practice, so what's the
Uh-huh.
process like? What do you look out for? I mean, I think this would help other people that are yet to send in their interview practice to what's the sauce? What is really that secret sauce that you need us practices practices or something to include when we're making our interview practice audios for you and your team?
Okay, yeah. So basically, what I always tell people who are practicing for their interview, what I tell them is that one, they should have, the vibes, the energy in doing their practices. I think that also communicates a lot into how they are going to interact with the applicant. And also another thing that we look at as the interview practice team when people are practicing when people are doing their interview audio practice is how their tone is. That is from the beginning to the end, because you find that most people start with the energy, with the good vibes at the beginning of their practices, but at the ending it seems that they are low and the vibes that they had initially is not there. So what we look at, the most important things we look at is the energy, the tone variation, and also basically how you get to interact with the applicant. I know that the audio practice is basically you talking to yourself, but also that gives us so much insight into how you interact with your applicant. So, yeah, that is what I would say are the main things we look while people are sending in their audio practices.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope they will listen to this to kind of help them so their interview practice audio gets approved as soon as possible. Um, the last question is, what are your goals for next year for the interview practice team? I know Ikemesit said, oh, we are going to have 40, but yes, that's a nice goal, and that is her wish. So for you, what is your wish for your team next year?
Yes, as Ikemesit said, we need more interviewers, and yes, we are looking forward to having so many people approved and so many people interviewing. So what I look forward toward the future is people basically just believing in themselves and them getting in a comfortable space where they believe in themselves and just know that they can get to that point where they will be comfortable with their interviewing skills, and by them improving in their communication skills, they will get there. I know that, and therefore we will get to have more interviewers in the team, and people will benefit from this. And also, I believe that them learning the various interviewing skills can also help them in public speaking. Also, they can basically interact with people from all walks of life. And yeah, so that is what we look towards in the future, for people to just be comfortable and enjoy learning these interview skills and basically just being interviewers and joining us in the interview team.
Thank you so much, Gloria. I say amen to all of those things. I also want that to happen. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer my questions. Like I said, we really appreciate you, and we can't wait for next year to see and do more things. Thank you once again. I'm going to call on Abraham to continue with the rest of the questions.
Thank you so much, Darius. Okay, so my question goes to Mary Blessing. Mary Blessing, you lead two very key teams. First of all, thank you for all your hard work and dedication in ensuring the success of IHF's recruitment process this year. It is my understanding that gathering post-interview feedback from both candidates and interviewers has significantly improved the overall quality of our recruitment process. Now, can you please provide some details on the specific ways in which the feedback has helped you make improvements?
Thank you for that question. So, which am I speaking the day after? Okay, let me start with that. The feedback actually helps in various ways. For example, some members they are not so clear on whatever was said during the interview, or maybe they weren't paying attention. So most times when we send the day after process templates, they do write back to us that okay, this was said during the interview and I don't understand it. So with that feedback, we tend to explain better to the applicants, and with that response, they feel safe and valued. For that of our new members allocation team, well, that is a critical part, I would say, because it has to do with what they want to learn. So if we don't get those feedbacks, we won't know how to help them. So once we get that feedback, okay, we'll be like, okay, how can we help you achieve this? And they give us whatever they have in mind, and we work with that. So I enjoy feedbacks a lot from members, from team leads.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I love the part you said you enjoy feedbacks a lot. Okay, thanks for responding for the day after as a team. Okay, so the next question I'm going to ask you is for the first responder allocation. How have you ensured applicants are matched to the right teams? Could you share an example of an applicant thriving in their assigned team?
Okay, so we make sure we have people assigned. We have people given that task to make sure that okay, members are assigned to their preferred team. I, on my own, so I go through the mailbox and I go through the interview notes. So in the interview notes, there's a section there that okay, this member wants to be, let me say for example, wants to be assigned to the day after team. So once I go through that interview notes, I search for the member and make sure that okay, they were sent the correct template. If the member is a GLD or at home volunteer, I go to the template and I go to the spreadsheet. And in the sense where it's not, they are not giving the team they want, we apologize for that and make sure that they are giving a good team, a team that they can strive in and make progress in with IHF.
Oh, thank you so much, Mary Blessing. You're truly an amazing person. Okay, so I'm going to move over to Utibe now for reference team. Okay, so hello to the reference team. Now, thank you so much for your dedication to ensuring the integrity of IHF's recruitment process. Striking a balance between timely reference checks and reliable results is very, very essential. Now, can you share some of your strategies and best practices for achieving this balance? We're interested to learn more about how you maintain efficiency without sacrificing accuracy in your verification process. So can you share with us how you balance this up?
Okay, thank you so much. So for reference team, it's always about quality for us, not necessarily about quantity. So we would not compromise accuracy for any reason. We have applications coming mostly. We have enough members that we say, okay, you would be in charge of processing applications, but this particular set of people will be in charge of background checks so that there will be accuracy. We know that this set of people, you are not going to do any other thing. You're just in charge of background checks. So you have enough time to go through the applicant's background, go through the person's CV, the person's social media platforms, you go through the references that his or her referee sent and check the information. If this information does not align with what the applicant said in the CV, or the reality and what is written in the books is not the same thing, we have no reason to accept the person. IHF is open to everybody, but we also have a reputation to hold, and we always ensure that is put up first. Quality over quantity.
Oh, awesome. Quality over quantity. Wow, that's really great. Thank you for that. Okay, so moving to quality control. Now, quality control plays a crucial role in training and assessment. What new benchmarks or processes did your team introduce this year to raise the bar for IHF's HR standards?
Okay, so for quality control team, we are not just like every other team that assesses mails, and we take pride in being the bridge that helps team members to transition smoothly into their roles. So the new things we put in place this year was focusing more on calling and texting the new members. We send mails, there are formal mails that we send asking the members to fill forms to know how their training went, if they understood their training, if they have transitioned smoothly, or they're feeling overwhelmed and tired. We send those mails officially. But apart from that, we also take an extra step of calling the new member or texting them on WhatsApp and asking them, okay, we know you said that the training was perfect, you understood everything, but this is just a me and you thing. How is it really going? Are you okay with your teams? Do you need to change teams? Do you need to understand something more? So that personal connection, that gives us like a personal connection with the new members, and you get to have more access to them. Some people just feel if we left it to just the official forms, they would just feel anything and say, oh, it's just a form, let me just submit it. But when you see that when you tend to discuss with them on a more personal note, they tend to open up and tell you some things that they couldn't put out there on the form.
Thank you very much, Yutibe. Like you said, it's all about quality of, and I believe that's the reason why we have had qualified. And in terms of creativity we have been having in the media division, I believe it comes from the human resource, very vital division, ensuring that the organization has quality volunteers, and that is through the process you guys do to ensure you take quality over quantity. So I will be moving to Otweka. Like I said, Otweka, we just finished with the references and so on and so forth, and the quality of training. And I know you lead the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, and as well as the calendar team, which is a very vital team as well as a legal team. I would like to start first with the MOU. So how are you doing, Otweka? Let me start from there before I...
Hi, hello, Niekeme. Thank you very much for having me. I'm doing very well. And you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very fine. And I know you do have challenges in your team. So I have this question for you as well. So how do you ensure that everything in the MOU is formalized? And what challenges have you faced in the signing process? How were you able to streamline these processes and ensure that it doesn't repeat itself, if there was any?
Thank you very much. Actually, MOU team, being the legal team of IHF, is a very sensitive team and is the ending part of the application processes that we deal with, being the legal document, MOU, that's the Memorandum of Understanding. And we PEEP reference team to ensure everything goes well. Yes, just like every other team, there are challenges, and we ensure those challenges are tackled. And we also make sure we bridge any gap that may ensure that whatever was the cause that brings about the challenges is dealt with. So at MOU, once we receive a notification from references team that an applicant is due for MOU, we checked the applicant credentials to be sure. We don't only go by what reference told us. Not that we don't believe reference, but it's also our responsibility to check and ensure that all documents are intact, because MOU is a legal document for understanding of both parties. And if everything is not okay, once that person signed that MOU and return it, it would be a shame to go back to that applicant and say, oh, sorry, we have to hold on to what you have been signed. So we ensure that we check all those things before we send MOU. And sometimes where we do encounter challenges is when we checked and we observe that there's something missing. Not that reference team did not check. They check. But just as I said earlier, there's always room for error or virus to come in. So once we notice that, what we simply do is to get back to reference team to please help us cross-check and revert back to us. That is before we send MOU to the applicant. And another way we do have challenges is on the type of volunteer that person wish to be. At times during the interview processes, an applicant may have made up his or her mind to be a GLD, for instance. And in the process of passing through to us, the applicants have changed mind. And we sent MOU based on the information we get from the interview note. So if the applicants have said that he or she wants to be a GLD, what we do is to send the applicant a GLD MOU. So what we do understand is that in the process of doing all these things, some applicants do change mind. So when you send that applicant that MOU to sign, you get a feedback that, oh, I've changed my mind, or this is not what I meant to understand about what GLD is, so I cannot sign the MOU. So you have now to write back to the applicant, asking the applicant what he or she understand about GLD.
Hi, welcome.
Write MOU for the applicant to sign. We do have other challenges. The applicant said, oh, I've gone through the memorandum of understanding and it's entirely out of what he or she expected and wouldn't want to sign or not ready to engage at that time. So outside these minors, we don't have major challenges at MOU team. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's a very detailed answer. Very legal team and legal people work with details and so on, because the legal documents and you ensure that everything is in place before pushing the person forward. But let's look at the other of the team. I see the team as more of IT related, tech related, and media related than the human team. That's the calendar team, the team that works with time zone, works with sending links to the group. How do you see the team? Let's start from there. How do you see the calendar team, and what do you think going forward? You ensure that the calendar team is well structured. Will there be a tech-related help where message can be sent automatically? Is there anything like that you are putting in place? Just a brief info about that. Thank you very much. It's a very detailed answer. Very legal team and legal people work with details and so on, because the legal documents and you ensure that everything is in place before pushing the person forward. But let's look at the other of the team. I see the team as more of IT related, tech related, and media related than the human team. That's the calendar team, the team that works with time zone, works with sending links to the group. How do you see the team? Let's start from there. How do you see the calendar team, and what do you think going forward? You ensure that the calendar team is well structured. Will there be a tech-related help where message can be sent automatically? Is there anything like that you are putting in place? Just a brief info about that.
Thank you very much, Nekeme. Yes, just as you said, calendar team is very sensitive. And not only sensitive, we are security conscious, because if someone by mistake enter, for instance, into the calendar and alter anything, it will affect the whole organization, because people plan their days and their time, and we fix meeting based on the team's agreement. So if anything is altered, it's going to affect the whole team and it can affect the whole organization. So in calendar team, we ensure that people that we accept are committed to the calendar team work and understand the implications of making mistakes. And we also ensure that there are people that sticks to instruction and keep to their time. Because what we do is to coordinate meetings of different teams and that of the management. And if a meeting is supposed to hold in an hour time and you have not sent a reminder to the lead or you forgot to send at all, that can undermine the meeting because the leads are believed to be very busy and it is our responsibility to remind them by sending those schedules to them through their mails. So if you fail to do that as a member of a calendar team, it could bring the whole team down and have a negative impact on the organization. For the second question of plans we have for calendar team, yes, now calendar team, according to the new age, is very broad and there are other attachments that are linked to calendar team. We are planning to have a seamless process by linking calendar to all members' email. And we have other apps that will help us send the calendar schedule reminder to members seamlessly without anybody having to do something. But yet still, we still have to monitor because these apps do fail at times. For instance, last month, when we have different in time zone, minor changes, the calendar we use, other calendars like the Google Calendar was also altered. So this is one of the minor challenges that we do encounter. But for the plans to make calendar better, yes, we have those plans at heart and we are working towards it to make sure calendar are done seamlessly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, welcome for that responses, and we really appreciate what you do to the organization as well as to the human resources. I will turn my attention to we have a called Chima Major, who is still here as well. Thank you very much, Sharif.
Thank you very much, Nikemi. So my question to Major is so the ancestor team handle is it ancestor team?
Yes. Assessors, active members team.
Can you confirm for me if I'm saying it well?
But I will be taking on for him and stepping in place for him and for you as well. So Chima, the assessor teams handles vital records like the members file, documents, and so on and so forth. So how do you ensure accuracy, one, security in those files, and what has been a significant achievement in your team this year, and particularly when you look back, you say, I'm proud of this particular moment, being a lead of the assessor?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. So, so far so good in terms of the assessors team / active members. We work in close relation with the quality control team. Okay, so the quality control team, they send out templates to the new member and the lead of the new members team to get information in relation to how the training went for the new member and also the lead. So after that is compiled, they would create a members file on the drive and then upload the member's name. Then send the same information to the active members mailbox, notifying the active members team that this member has successfully completed his or her training in the respective teams and is ready to have his or her files archived. So we are the active members team. We archive the members file and also send templates to those members. Okay, that's number one. So in terms of security, Um, I'll have to give that to the password team. They are doing a very, very good job. But Google has its way of asking for some matching numbers, so you are aware that this member of the team is signing in. So it's just not something that anybody can sign into the mailbox. Like in most cases, I do approve other members of the team when they want to sign into the mailbox, and it's also it's also with in so many other teams that I belong to. Like other people approve my sign into the mailbox, so they are aware that this member is trying to sign into the mailbox at this particular time. Okay, that's number 2. And in terms of the biggest achievement that was done this year, like so far, because I've not really led the team for up to 6 months. Okay, this is my 4th month. So I would say it was when we had a more updated spreadsheet. Okay, so the spreadsheet that I met when I was still undergoing the training process was, it was decent, but just lacking a few touches. Okay, but the new spreadsheet is more detailed and easily understood. Special thanks to the GLD management, especially Emil. So he just brainstormed with me and he was like, okay, I think we just have to tweak it here, and we're on track, so that anyone that gets access to the spreadsheet will easily navigate based on the instruction at the heading. So yeah, that's all I'll say so far. Thank you very much for that question.
Thank you very much, Chima Major. So you have given a well-detailed explanation, and 4 months you have led has proven that if you don't need time to achieve a goal, it's when it's your time, it's actually your time. You talked about the password, which I will be turning my attention to. You said earlier on that you are the co-lead of the password team, which Kylie is the lead, and you're also the lead of the lead supervisor, which you manage the lead. So it's a very huge task. You're managing the lead as a lead. So I will be starting with the password as well. So I know you have very much been having, you are very good in terms of password, how you do your names and password and so on. But at some point, this year, you will be on the road and it will require you to change password immediately. So how do you ensure that swift response, change password, comparing it to your personal life? Does it affect your personal life? And if it does, how do you ensure next year in the password team, you will keep track, or do you need more members in terms to reduce the level of stress you'll be facing coming next year?
All right, so thank you for that question, Anita. Fortunately, it's a team and not everything lands on my lap. And also then we've got different time zones where sometimes I might be asleep or I might be on the road, as you say, and as someone on the other side, maybe in America, is able to then carry that responsibility. The key thing for us has always been communicating, because the team itself is not a lot of work in terms of, if you look at all the other teams, the processes they have to go through. So in our team, we've got 5 people, 3 of whom are currently in pink, and yet 2 of us are still able to balance the work with each other and be able to go forward. So on that part, I think we're good. And I think, fortunately, we've been able to catch any fires that might have come up. And our people in pink are also still open to, hey, if there's an emergency, jump in, help, and then jump back again to pink. So we're very fortunate in that.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a team of very, I used to call it a very secret team in IHF that's not open for everybody. It's based on merit and trust and honesty. And looking at honesty, you are the lead of the leads, leading the leads. When you look back at this short time you have been the lead supervisor, and going forward for 2025, because 2024 is ending, what is the plans for the leads? Because we have the list of human resource currently in this meeting. So what are the plans for the leads coming 2025? And how do you ensure that you will reduce, one, the stress, the overwhelmness of each and every lead and making it comfortable for them? Two, and going forward, will there be any new addition to what we already have for the leads 2025?
Okay, that's a very loaded question there, Nyakame. I will do my best to answer it satisfactorily and keeping honesty. So at the moment, I think we're just going through a period where the past year, many of us have been training for the lead positions that we are in, and we made ourselves available for people to come, talk to us, tell us what the challenges are. And many of you, thank you, have used us for that. And at this point, I'm talking from a different role and not from the lead supervisor, because the lead supervisors is now a new team that has now been created specifically to help support the leads and also help keep the leads accountable. And so with the beginning of everything, there's a lot of, I wouldn't say upheaval, but maybe there's a lot of unhappiness. People don't like change. People don't like additional things. And yet at this point, we're like, we need to see it go, because we need to be able to measure how each lead is doing and see how we can better assist, how we can better give the support that is required. And then we're able to look at it individually, and we're able to look at it as a team as a whole. And something that was then introduced, which wasn't there before in my experience, in my time, was the leads questionnaire, which was a bit of a lot when you look at it initially, and has caused some controversy. And yet it is one of those things that we can use initially. It's a lot of work going into, but as people, because then all one does is the first time you do it, it would be a lot of work. But when you're then looking at next week, you're able to look at the previous week and like, this was tick, 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 and this was outstanding. Of the things that are outstanding, which of the things can I do this week to get my team's requirements to where I need it to be? And so that kind of like works as a thing to help anchor, center, remind, and also be accountable for the various leads. And in future, what I'm hoping is that we will have enough team leaders, so that we're not having so many like one person with so many teams, which is a lot of stress, but that we are able to support the team leads that we have, so that they are able to support and pass the knowledge on to the other GLDs, so that they get their turn to first manage and then lead, and then first manage and then co-lead, and then become leads of the various teams, and therefore reducing the amount of work. And also then it would mean a lot more of us interacting with individuals, but then also it means a lot more of achieving the whole vision and mission of IHF, where we are developing future leaders. But in order to be able to do that, we need to give the support, keep accountable, give support, keep accountable for the leads that we have now. And so when I look into 2025, I'm hoping that we will have, with the teams that we have, less people leading so many teams. I think that would be, okay, we are achieving, and yet still keeping the productivity, and still keeping the quality, and still keeping the joy. And I think many of you will agree, if some teams are just like some the amount of responsibility is reduced, you would have more time to even give more into the various roles that you have as a team. And I'm talking as a team lead. And I'm talking to myself as well as a team lead.
Okay, thank you very much, Emil, for that detailed answer and response. We really appreciate. So, when we say we want to appreciate you guys, we have a surprise for all of you. And who can do that better than Darius? So, Darius, take the stage for the surprise, and you all need to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the moments.
Okay, Nikime, thank you. Nikime, thank you, Abraham. Thank you, Sharif. We've come to the end of this very special episode of the Bridge of Humanity podcast. I want to take a moment to reflect on the incredible contributions of each of you. It hasn't always been easy, but you've all persevered and come out on top. So we're incredibly grateful for all that you do. From January to November, your efforts have been nothing short of extraordinary. So to show our appreciation, the little podcast team, we just wrote a special message from our heart to each of you. And I'm going to begin with Majesty. So to your Majesty, your leadership has been nothing less than inspiring. You and your team are the heartbeat of the Human Resource Division, ensuring that IHF continues to welcome passionate individuals who carry our mission forward. When you took on the role of the team lead back in February, it was a time of challenges and uncertainty, and we know, yet you stepped up into the role and turned it into an opportunity for growth. Under your leadership, the goods team has truly flourished, setting new standards for excellence and innovation. You've transformed what was once a process into a purposeful and meaningful mission. Your thoughtful monthly updates and organizational excellence have brought energy and motivation to the entire team. Your work doesn't just involve spreadsheets and emails, it touches lives. You've built one of the most diligent, dedicated and intelligent teams, and their achievements are a direct reflection of your vision. The people who join IHF feel welcomed, valued, and part of something bigger, all thanks to the foundation you and your team have built. But Majesty is not just what you've done, it's about who you are, and that really sets you apart. Your resilience, intelligence, and commitment make you exceptional. You don't just manage tasks, you inspire those around you, lifting spirit and motivating us to do our best. On behalf of everyone at IHF, thank you, Majesty. Thank you for your dedication, your leadership, and the positive energy you bring to our organization. You are an integral part of our family, and we are so grateful for you and the entire goods team. Here is to celebrating everything you've accomplished this year and to even greater accomplishments in the future.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And to Ikemesit, the Iron Woman of HR. Ikemesit, you are the embodiment of strength, resilience, and excellence, qualities that have earned you the well-deserved title of Iron Woman. Leading multiple teams within HR is no small feat, yet you've embraced it with unmatched grace and determination. From your role in first response, where you not only respond to emails, but meticulously review CVs and schedule applicants for postings, to your work in interview management, where you coordinate interviews and manage schedules seamlessly. Your leadership is nothing short of top-notch. Then there's your role in highlighters, where you ensure that members are categorized accurately. Red stays red, pink stays pink. And in chat monitoring, where you tirelessly add new members and remove inactive ones. The sheer scope of your responsibilities could overwhelm anyone, but you handle it all with remarkable poise and efficiency. Your ability to lead under pressure, juggle multiple roles, and deliver exceptional results is nothing short of extraordinary. You've shown us what it truly means to be hardworking, brilliant, and resilient. Your leadership inspires not just your teams, but everyone fortunate enough to witness your dedication. We in the podcast team want to take this moment to celebrate you, Ikenesit. Thank you for your unwavering commitment, for your ability to turn challenges into opportunities, and for your incredible impact on IHF. You are a true force of nature, and we are beyond grateful for all that you do. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much for the kind words. You know, when you called me Iron Lady, I was like, Thank you so much for the kind words. They mean so much to me. You know that sometimes when we work hard, we do not know that people are looking and that we are making a difference. But your comments reminds me why I do what I do. So thank you for seeing me and for appreciating my efforts and sharing such beautiful energy with me. It genuinely touches me. And I don't know, but I just saw tears dropping from my eye. Thank you so much, Abraham.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, Ikenesit and Abraham. And to Mary Blessing, the queen of turning challenges into triumphs. Mary Blessing, where do we even begin to capture the essence of your strength and grace? You have truly redefined what it means to lead under pressure. With your Day After team, you have not only managed to send out questionnaires and allocate applicants to their perfect teams, but have done so with poise and resilience that inspire us all. This year hasn't been easy for you. We know that for sure. From sitting in a hospital, watching over your mom, while you're simultaneously keeping a watchful eyes on IHF. Your team's tasks, you showed us what true dedication looks like. Even in your most challenging moments, you have found a way to smile, to lead, and to excel. The way you transform obstacles into opportunities is nothing short of extraordinary. You carry your responsibility like a queen you are, turning pressure into your greatest advantage. Your ability to connect applicants with the right teams has brought joy, fulfillment to so many, and your team members reflect your excellence. They are outstanding, amazing, because they follow your lead. Mary, your work this year has been a cornerstone of IHF's success. You and your team are the reason why applicants not only feel valued, but also find their perfect place in our family. Thank you for your relentless dedication, your unbreakable spirit, and your extraordinary contribution. You truly are one of a kind, and we are so truly lucky to have you.
Thank you so much, Anekeme. I'm so emotional right now. I don't even know what to say. I'm so grateful. I'll keep being me and I'll keep improving myself for IHF and the society at large. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And to Gloria, the star that shines bright. Gloria, you are a definition of a fast learner, a natural tutor. In a world where many fade, you have chosen to shine. A light so radiant that no one can dim it. Your contribution to IHF has not only elevated our standard, but also left an indelible mark on everyone fortunate enough to work along with you. With your incredible team, you have transformed the interview practice team into a beacon of excellence. You have made the once doubting process of interviews a smooth and enlightening journey. From teaching us how to approach interviews from scratch to guiding us through to the end. Your leadership has turned challenges into opportunities for growth. Your teamwork has been nothing short of remarkable, helping IHF build a strong foundation of capable individuals. Together, you have not only improved our interview processes, but also strengthened the entire organization. Gloria, you are a shining example of what it means to lead with purpose, passion, and precision. Thank you for being a guiding light, for making learning an enjoyable experience, and for proving that times and time again that no challenge is too great when tackled with dedication. You and your team are the backbone of progress, and we are endlessly grateful for all you have done. Keep shining, Gloria. The world need your light.
Thank you so much, Enikeme, for those encouraging and motivating words. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria and Inikeme. This is to Utibe, who is not just a pharmacist, she is also a problem solver and a leader at IHF. Utibe, your hard work and dedication make sure that every challenge is met with a solution and that your skills shine through in all that you do. Your leadership of the reference team shows how committed you are. You and your team work hard to gather important documents, check applicant references, and make sure everything is accurate. Thanks to your efforts, only the best and most reliable people join the IHF family. It's like you're prescribing the perfect solution, careful, precise, and meaningful. As the quality control lead, you've done more than just keep things running smoothly. You've made them even better. Your guidance has ensured that every step of the process is done right, and the training new members receive is top notch. Your team's success is a reflection of your strong leadership and hard work. It's often said that a great leader creates a great team, and you are a proof of that. Your determination, intelligence, and passion inspire everyone around you to do their best. Today, we celebrate not just the amazing result you've achieved, but also the heart and effort you put into every task. Thank you, Utibe, for everything you've done for IHF. You and your team have made a real difference, and we are so proud of all your achievements.
Thank you so much, Darius and podcasting. This was very heartwarming, and I feel so good, and I'm so grateful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, to Chima, our major of success. Chima, the name that resonates with dedication and excellence. But let's be honest, major suits you better. You've taken the role of leading a team that requires unmatched precision, focus, and brilliance. Combining and archiving members' files is no small feat. It demands the kind of genius only someone like you possesses. Your team reflects your genuine heart and soul. They mirror the love and passion you pour into every task. And it's clear that your leadership has not only inspired, but elevated them to new heights. The work you've accomplished is no longer just a task. It's a legacy of excellence. You're not just Chima to us anymore. You are Major, a title befitting your ability to tackle challenges and turn them into triumphs. Your passion for IHF and its mission shines so brightly that it's hard not to call you Machala of success, a true king of achievements. Thank you, Chima, for everything you've done this year. You've set the standard for dedication and hard work, and we are so proud to celebrate your accomplishments. Here's to the Major and the amazing team that follows to your footsteps.
Thank you very much, Abraham, for your kind words. And thank you to the IHF organization for allowing me to be here.
You're welcome.
And to Otuekon, the master of time and coordination. Otuekon, you are the definition of orientation, coordination, and time consciousness. Your remarkable ability to stay on top of things, never miss a detail, and always deliver on time is truly inspiring. You have shown us what it means to be prepared, proactive, and efficient in every sense of this word. As the lead of the calendar team, your impact has been immediate and undeniable. The precision with which you schedule teams meeting, coordinate timeless, and ensure everything runs smoothly is nothing short of extraordinary. Your fast-paced approach and dedication to the roles make it clear that you were born for this job. Your contribution to IHF goes beyond tasks. It's a sense of reliability and excellence. Thank you for your immense work, for being the steady hand that keeps us all aligned, and for proving that leadership is about making an impact that is felt from the very first moment. Thank you very much, Otuekon. And this message is from the entire podcast team to you and your entire team.
Thank you very much, our great podcast team. We are so grateful and I appreciate your appreciation. But I also want to thank my team members from the calendar team, starting with the co-lead Masumi and the manager Precious and our able auditor Amir. Because as a tree cannot make a forest, there's no way this team would have been a success without them. And also to my MOU team, Met, starting with the co-lead Fonido, the manager Mary Blessing, and my team members Gloria, Max, Stanley, Gulam, and Simran. I want to say a big thank you for all your contribution and making this team shine out. Thank you.
You're welcome, Utweko. And this is to Amil, who we can also call the guardian of security and integrity. Amil, you are a pillar of stability and trust within IHF. As the man behind the passwords, the protector of our digital gates, and the leader who ensures every member has access while also maintaining your security. Your role is monumental. It takes someone with immense integrity, calmness, and a sense of responsibility to handle such a vital position, and you've done it flawlessly. Your ability to respond to password issues and resolve complaints from countless teams, all while safeguarding the organization's system, is nothing short of remarkable. You are the advisor, the ombudsman, and the calm lion who leads with wisdom and strength. Truly, what a wonderful person you are. Your leadership in managing leads and ensuring everything runs smoothly has made an undeniable impact. Emil, thank you for all your work, your calm approach to challenges, and for being the ideal leader who we can always rely on. You've shown us what it means to lead with both heart and mind. Thank you very much, Emil.
Oh, thank you so much for that. I was like, I am a wall, I am hard, I will not feel. But thank you. I'm quite emotional. Thank you. And again, without the team leads and without the teams and without the team that I'm in, like everyone together is what makes it possible. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And to Abigail, the woman of speed and brilliance. Abigail, the woman herself, quick in thoughts, swift in creativity, and unmatched in execution. As the uni youth lead, you've proven time and time again that speed and precision can create remarkable results. Your ability to turn every challenge into an opportunity, transforming the environment into a flourishing green space, is nothing short of extraordinary. It's no wonder the uni youth team thrives under your leadership, achieving milestones and making things brighter, happier, and more successful around you. You inspire us all with your relentless drive and innovative spirit. Abigail, thank you for leading with passion, purpose, and a heart dedicated to excellence. Your work has left an indelible mark on us, and we celebrate you today as a beacon of success and creativity. Thank you once again, Abigail.
Thank you so much, Abraham and podcast team, and also all the member union that I can't go through this without them. Thank you.
You're welcome, Abigail. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We have come to the end of the podcast. It's been really amazing to spend time with each and every one of you to listen. I've learned so much, and I've also benefited a lot from your teams, and you've done us well. You've done everyone well, and we are so happy. Thank you so much, Emil, Ikemesit, Abigail, Gloria, Majesty, Mary, Utwekong, Utibe. Thank you so much, Major. And I think I've gotten through everyone. We're going to round up now. We just want to say thank you for gracing us with your presence, and we wish every one of you a very happy for Christians Christmas that is coming, and just do have fun and spend more time with your family. Thank you so much.
Let's seize the light, let joy surround.